Hello from Kerala, a state of great tropical beauty, similar to Brazil's, along the southwest coast of India. I am Galadriel, an American writer specializing in working for more than 30 years with modern spiritual teachers to bring their unique messages to the West. Today, I am privileged to introduce MasterDKji of Bliss International Foundation, whose remarkable work is known only in the state of Kerala because his language is exclusively Malayalam. This is the language of that land, which is attached to the rest of India very much as Chile is to South America. My husband, Mohan Nair, is a publisher of spiritual books and a scholar and initiate in Hinduism and Buddhist orders. He is also here as MasterDKji's interpreter and editor. We feel MasterDKji's work is very appropriate and urgent for this age. We want to make possible its introduction to Westerners by substantially eliminating this language barrier by accompanying his expressive style of talking with immediate translations, also known as consecutive translations. Following my brief introduction, MasterDKji will introduce for the first time in the West his approach to cleansing your life of restrictive and often dangerous karma, not only manifesting as mistakes from past lives as they affect you now, but as the newly created karma in this life, also limiting your possibilities here. This master exposes students to a collection and interaction of systems that are not just for spiritual adepts as they were in ancient times. Because of the change in planetary energies today, the great spiritual teachers of all ages, known as the Ascended Masters, who have preceded us into the worlds beyond this one, are very concerned. They care about making as much of this knowledge as possible available now in an accelerated way to serious students. These once withheld mysteries include the use of visualizations, invocations, attunements, and practices of healing and protection. MasterDKji's work involves transmutation in the physical body at the cellular and DNA levels, as well as the psycho-spiritual levels. It also involves the student in dealing with subtle bodies, auras, and chakras to purify the mind and attain total spiritual transformation through courses such as the Science of Karma, Divine Yoga Mahatma Shambhala, and the Sixth Sense, plus many others which are being taught in this world of ours for the first time. These courses do not require any spiritual background. The meaning of the few unfamiliar words will become apparent in the discussions. The exercises will take students directly into the practices of receiving healing from the spiritual masters who have gone beyond. Their work is focused on dispelling the missing knowledge of how a better life can be obtained, not on obscuring it or reserving it for those who have studied spirituality for decades. This new accessibility comes from a sense of urgency on the part of the Ascended Masters about the state of this planet, the acceleration in its macro warfare technology, urban guerrilla terrorism, overpopulation, overpollution, and consumerism as it relates to disregard of the poor and degradation of the world's natural assets and habitats. Karma is one of the most anxiously questioned spiritual concepts. MasterDKji's most revolutionary teaching is about karma, what it is and how it can be reversed in the lifetime of an individual by certain techniques and practices. This goes against the traditional concept of karma that stipulates many lifetimes and rebirths before a state of karmic dissolution is obtained. Mohan Nair is now going to question the master about his approach to this critical subject. Mohan?
Thank you, Galadriel, for your introduction. Masterji, welcome to this session.
Namaskaram.
You have over 15 courses, one of which is the Science of Karma. Could you explain what the Science of Karma is very briefly?
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും. സയൻസ് ഓഫ് കർമ്മ ഒരു ലൈഫ് പാറ്റേൺ ബ്രേക്കിംഗ് പ്രോഗ്രാമാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മെൻ്റൽ പാറ്റേൺ ബ്രേക്കിംഗ് പ്രോഗ്രാമായിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ എടുക്കുന്നത്. ഈ സയൻസ് ഓഫ് കർമ്മ ഈ വിഷയം വളരെ വളരെ വലുതായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു വിഷയമാണ്, വളരെ വൈഡായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു വിഷയമാണ്. ഇതിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട എല്ലാ മതഗ്രന്ഥങ്ങളും ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ലോർഡ് ബുദ്ധ, ലോർഡ് ജീസസ്, പ്രൊഫറ്റ് മുഹമ്മദ് നബി, ഇവരെല്ലാം തന്നെ അവരുടെ ജീവിതം കൊണ്ടും അവരുടെ സംഭാഷണം കൊണ്ടും ഈ ലോകത്തിന് ഈ വിഷയത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് പലതരത്തിലുള്ള ധാരണകൾ കൈമാറിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. എങ്കിൽ തന്നെയും നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം എങ്ങനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകണം, നമ്മൾ നമ്മളെ തന്നെ നോവിപ്പിക്കാത്ത തരത്തിൽ, മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് വേദന കൊടുക്കാത്ത തരത്തിൽ ഈ ജീവിതത്തെ എങ്ങനെ കൊണ്ടുപോകണം എന്നതിനെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് വളരെ വിശദമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കോഴ്സാണിത്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നോക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ലോകത്തുള്ള ഏതൊരു മനുഷ്യനും, ഈ ലോകം അറിയപ്പെടുന്നവനായിക്കോട്ടെ, വലിയൊരു കോടീശ്വരനായിക്കോട്ടെ, വലിയ ഒരു പ്രൊഫഷണലിസ്റ്റ് ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, ഏതൊരു മനുഷ്യനെയും വളരെ സ്വകാര്യമായിട്ട് അടുത്ത് പരിചയപ്പെട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവരുടെ എല്ലാം ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ജീവിത വിഷയത്താൽ, ഒരു ദുഃഖത്താൽ അവർ വേദനിക്കുന്നതായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റും. ചിലപ്പോൾ അത് ശാരീരിക രോഗത്തിൻ്റെ കാരണത്താലായിരിക്കാം അവർക്ക് ജീവിതത്തിൽ അടക്കാനാവാത്ത ഒരു സങ്കടമുള്ളത്. മറ്റു ചിലർക്ക് മാനസികവും വൈകാരികമായ സംഘർഷങ്ങളാണുള്ളത്. അവരുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് പ്രോബ്ലം കൊണ്ടായിരിക്കാം അവർക്ക് ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇത്രയും വലിയൊരു ദുഃഖം നേരിടേണ്ടി വരിക. മറ്റു ചിലർക്ക് ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ ക്രൈസിസ് ആണ്. അവരെന്ത് ചെയ്താലും അവരുടെ ലൈഫിൽ വേണ്ടത്ര രീതിയിൽ വിജയിക്കാൻ കഴിയാതെ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ ക്രൈസിസ് കാരണം അവർക്ക് ജീവിതത്തിൽ വളരെ ദുഃഖം, ദുരിതം അനുഭവിക്കേണ്ടി വരുന്നുണ്ട്. മറ്റു ചിലർ നമ്മൾ അടുത്തറിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവർക്ക് അപമാനഭാരങ്ങളാണ്. ഇന്നലകളിൽ സംഭവിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള പല വിഷയത്തിൻ്റെ പേരിൽ സങ്കടപ്പെടുന്നവരായിട്ട് കാണാം. ഇത്തരത്തിൽ ഏതൊരു മനുഷ്യനെയും നമ്മൾ സ്വകാര്യമായിട്ട് എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ എല്ലാം ഉള്ളിൽ ആരോടും പറയാത്ത തരത്തിലുള്ള ചില സങ്കടങ്ങളും ദുഃഖങ്ങളും വേദനകളും നിരാശകളും ജീവിത നൈരാശ്യങ്ങളും കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇതിൻ്റെ യഥാർത്ഥമായ കാരണത്തെ കണ്ടെത്താൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ സയൻസ് ഓഫ് കർമ്മ പ്രധാനമായും നടത്തുന്നത്.
I am translating for your benefit what MasterDKji just said. Science of Karma is a mental pattern breaking program. Lord Jesus, Lord Buddha and Prophet Muhammad Nabi, through their lives, have given us a lot of pointers regarding this subject. When we get to know human beings closely, whether a person is well known, whether he is a billionaire, each one has a lot of sorrows in his or her life. This may be because of physical illness, mental conflict, relationship problems, financial loss, or because of facing slander or humiliation. To find the cause of this and remove it from us through inner purification is the science of karma. This is a course that encourages self-examination of our existence as human beings. Who are we and how did we appear on earth? What are we supposed to do here? While living on this planet, how should we act? We can also investigate various other obvious and related aspects of life as a person that we usually take for granted. An exposition of all of this is the science of karma. By birth, we appeared on earth without bringing anything with us, and when we depart, we won't be taking anything with us either. This is how life has been set up. In between, we achieve some things that we think are our creation. We try to make them our own. But when we lose all of these and leave here one day, the question will be, was there a purpose to our lives? If so, what is it? What have we really achieved? We may have achieved many things. This is a world with a lot of scientific awareness and scientific knowledge to make material dreams happen. All educational regimens and educational setups have tried to nurture the progress of things, but no regime on earth has tried to develop a human being with heart. Nobody has cared to try to create a world where people can forgive or pardon each other. Rather, they have created people of intellect who can analyze how things are and should be. Such people have always been valued and appreciated, but rarely has anybody cared for those whose hearts are most developed. In the name of religion, caste, and creed, political systems, and even nationhood itself, we fight each other. It is said that in 2000 years there have been 3000 wars on earth. This is not the sign of people valuing love. A people who love doesn't need wars. So, through the science of karma, we are trying to make people understand what is happening in our lives, such as sorrow, tragedies, diseases, accidents, crises, etc. For a human being to go into his life and understand himself, a search insight is required. That is the great opportunity that is presented by the science of karma. What people have lost in the shuffle of life is the way to the inner core. Recognition of this is necessary. Finding out what has been lost leads to the core, the inner divinity, the heart within, and draws us closer to others, away from dependence on the intellect. What is truly karma and what should be our aim in performing it is what I present. When we perform an act, the intention behind it is important. In that is spiritual upliftment. Through this process, inner purification occurs. Internal cleansing will take place in us. Through that purification, we will get the chance to examine our lives. All this is why a lot of people like this course. Many keep coming back to it because they continue to recognize through self-examination that something that has been lost has come back. This course fulfills that urge to change their destiny. Master Ji, I have come across over 15 courses that you have designed for the world. The results accrued from them physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually are many. I have known that hundreds of people have transformed themselves through these courses. May you take your teachings from these courses to the entire world so that more people can be blessed by hearing what they are and changing their lives.
Okay, thank you, Mohan Ji.
Thank you, Master Ji. Among the many courses you are offering, I have found some that are of particular interest, such as higher meditations and knowledge, pranayama systems, raising of the kundalini, so many physical and psychological healing techniques, and divine protection, divine yoga and brain power yoga, pineal gland, that is third eye activation, developing the sixth sense, DNA clearing and activation, creation of the light body, golden body, platinum energy body, and through it, creation of the electron body. And lastly, personal spiritual alchemy, PSA, that is activation of 352 awareness levels for ascension. Through these courses, may Bliss International Foundation and its founder, Master DKji, whom I have introduced to you, effect transformation of the peoples of this world. I end with a quote from Master DKji. Beyond religion, caste, rituals and beliefs, the divine presence of elevated souls with their wisdom, spirituality, and soul and God realization provides the path and light on the way to truth. However, to reach this goal, firm resolve, self-dedication, constant inner practice, self-inquiry, and inner mental purification are unavoidable.